Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today was little Miss Amelia's first doctor's appointment since we got her out the hospital. And we have a cameo today from Olivia. She's still being a baby. I guess she hasn't quite woken up yet from her nap. But and Amelia's waking up. But we're back home. We've been back home for about a minute now. Hey you guys, so we made it to the doctor's office. Right now we're waiting to see the doctor. We've been about 15 minutes. So since this is her first appointment, we had to fill out all the new patient paperwork. And I tell you, you guys, make sure you plan accordingly for that because it's a lot of paperwork. I know each office is different, but of course they're going to need your driver's license and a copy of your insurance card. So make sure you have that and any emergency contact information that you want to have. Make sure you guys have discussed that so you'll know if you want to put Momo and Pawpaw, who you want to have on there in case of emergency for them to contact, or who could bring your child to the office without you, because they're going to want that information. So just make sure you have that. I don't remember, but it was at least 5 or 6 pages of information. Plus, they want you to give them, a little information about the siblings and stuff. And we also signed up where you can get the child's information online on their online chart. So I recommend that for everybody. So yeah, we're here. We're waiting on the nurse to call us to the back. They're really efficient here, so just waiting on that. And then let's see. After that, we're going straight on. We may stop and get something to eat. Not nothing. Like when I'm getting out and sit down, I'm not ready for that yet. I am still in pain. It's been 6 days. Well, 7 days. Since I had her. I'm still cramping and my legs hurt a lot. My legs and my back. I don't know why my legs hurt like that. I did have symphysis pubis dysfunction, so I'm thinking it's because I no longer have, like, the baby, the uterus so swollen, all that's come back down. So my joints, ligaments, muscles, and all that needs to readjust. Back to normal. So they're kind of being worked differently. So that's what I come up with. I did take my pain medicine this morning. I took ibuprofen 600 milligrams, and I also took a Perkins. And like I say, I'm still hurting. It's not bad pain, but it's just uncomfortable, I would say. But I mean, I did just have a baby, so I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just letting you guys know what I'm going through. When we get back to the back, I will start back filming for you guys. Hey you guys, so we're back in the car from the doctor's visit. It's now over. Everything went good, just so you know, so I get that out the way. Everything went good appointment. So basically how the first appointment went was they just go over our history, do a head to toe checkup, listen to her lungs, heart, stomach, check out her umbilical cord, stump. All that looked good. Height was 19 inches, weight was 6 pounds 13 ounces, which means that she did not even lose the 10% of weight that they allow them to lose. She did not lose that, and she's in fact gained, so she's doing great. That means, and we're breastfeeding, so that's very important for us because I can't actually measure how much she's taking in since I don't have, a bottle to measure. So she's doing great. We follow up in a week just to recheck her weight, but the doctor's not concerned at all whatsoever. I'm not concerned either, but of course we're gonna recheck. We just stopped at the children's place. Ricardo went in to get some pants for Aiden. Of course, at the end of the day, you have a new baby, but of course that doesn't stop us from still having to take care of the other kids. He's a boy, so he ripped the hole in the knee of the pants because they were uniforms for school, so the khaki pants. So we just picked up a new pair of those, and we're about to head home and feed her again. And I'll probably try to get me a nap in. If you guys have any questions as far as how the first visit goes, let me know. But like I said, it's just more a checkup, height, weight, measure her head, listen to everything, and that's it. No shots or anything like that. Just make sure that everything is going good at home. Pump and once you're adjusting to life with a newborn. Not because I have to, more so because I want to. With Olivia, I didn't really give her a bottle, and I paid for it because at 6 months, when it was time for her to go to the babysitter, she did not want to take a bottle. So that was like the biggest struggle for us, was to get her to take a bottle. So I want to avoid that mistake with Amelia. So, you want to go? Okay. So I want to avoid that with Amelia. So I want to, at least my goal is to pump once a day. And then if I pump once a day, I'll have some milk. And then that way we could give her a bottle. And then, of course, Dad or somebody else is going to have to feed the baby. So that's just a tip to let you guys know that most times the babies don't want to take a bottle from mom. They want to latch onto the breast. So you want dad or sibling or whoever to give the baby the bottle. I have breastfed, this will be my 5th child, so I'm going against recommendations and giving her a bottle within the first couple weeks. Now the recommendations tell you to wait a week or 2 to establish breastfeeding and milk supply before you pump and do a bottle, but I'm just doing what works for me. So of course the recommendations aren't just rules, they're recommendations. So I just want to say that before y'all get in my comments like, well, they don't say do this or they don't say do that. I'll say that with my experience, I'm doing what's best for me. Because I want to make sure that she will take a bottle earlier, and I'm not worried about nipple confusion, but some people may be. So that's why I say it is best to wait. But I literally just stopped breastfeeding and got pregnant like within that same month. So I'm not worried about it, but if I do notice that she's having any trouble latching onto the breast, then I will not give a bottle. But I don't think 1 bottle a day will stop her. But to make you guys laugh, you know, at the hospital, let me see if I have any right here. I don't have any right by me. But you know, at the hospital, they give you those little ready-to-feed bottles with the little nurses. So, I mean, I was in a lot of pain. Yeah, I know I told y'all I did a natural, which I did, but I still had a lot of pain because, you know, your uterus have to cramp down. And plus, with breastfeeding, it releases that oxytocin. So you have the cramps from your uterus clamping down normally, plus the breastfeeding, releasing that oxytocin. So your uterus is just like working double time, cramping. So yeah, I was in a lot of pain. So they gave me the Tylenol, Motrin, and then they gave me the Perkins. So they gave me Perkins 10. And so it was working, but it didn't take the pain away. I'm sorry. So it was like the middle of the night, and I was like, finally, I had stayed up all night. So it may have been like 4 or 5 in the morning. So I was like, babe, you're going to have to feed her this time at least. So I got a bottle from the nurse. I was like, I'm going to just give her a bottle. I need a break from the pain because she had been latched on for like an hour. And, you know, of course, you only have the colostrum right then. So, mind you, the milk is not in. For those that you don't know, your milk doesn't come in for like 2-3 days, maybe 4. So, you just got colostrum at first. So, your baby still may be hungry. Never know. So, anyway, we went to give her the bottle. And, I mean, I could have been trying to feed that baby dirt off the ground. She was like, I literally had to try like 10 times to get her to drink 10 doggone meals, and I just let her latch back on. She went to sleep. Cool, that was that day. So we went to sleep, woke up, it was later on the next day. So I was like, babe, I'm gonna let you try. Maybe she don't want to take the bottle from me. Well, that went worse. She spit the bottle out, she pushed her tongue out and pushed the nipple out, closed her mouth up tight, turned her head, went to sleep, didn't even eat until I woke her up.
a few minutes later was like, okay, well, you gotta eat, because you know then you have to make them eat that early. So she did not want the bottle, so Similac wasn't for us. She didn't. I don't know if it was the Similac or it was just the bottle or what, but that didn't work out for us. So since we've been home, we've only tried like twice with the bottle. And she's drank about an ounce and a half each feeding. So and we using just that right here. So the Tommy Tippy. No, we have those two. I'm looking at. Sorry, we have the Tommy Tippy. I think it's Tommy Tippy Closer to Nature. So we have these, but I haven't opened these yet. These are the Como Tomo bottles. This is the one I've been using so far. I've only used this one bottle, and so far I like it because I like this. It's soft. The silicone is really, really soft. So if she touches it, it feels like, you know, closer to the breast. It's not as hard as most bottles are. And then the way this nipple is made, she does her lips like how they do when they latch. You know, the top lip is up and the bottom lip is out. And I was noticing to see what would happen. And she does her mouth just like when she's latched onto my breast, when she latched onto this bottle. So I really, really like that about it. So I am hopeful. The other thing I do want to mention to you guys, just while it's on my mind, is when you get your breast pump, I have my old Medilla pumping style, and then I was gifted a new one, so it is what it is. I know a lot of people like the Spectra, but hey, I don't have that, and I wasn't gonna buy a pump when I got one that's working. But make sure that you have the correct breast flanges for pumping, because you don't want them too small and they hurt, and you don't want them too big and it's pulling too much of your breast in. So you want to make sure that you do a Google search, Pinterest search, something, call a lactation nurse, pediatrician, your doctor, somebody. Make sure that you get the right breast flange size, and it comes in different sizes. So make sure you get what works for your breast so that you can be comfortable with pumping, because you don't need any additional pain added on to the pain of just breastfeeding, especially when that milk comes in. And I also got the Haka. I hope I'm saying it right. HAAKAA. It's a manual pump, but it's not like where you have to pump like this. All you do is you take it, and you see it's just one side. So you take it, and well, I don't have the camera, but you take it, you put it on, you center your nipple, and then you squeeze it, and you let the suction is going to keep it on your breast, and then you feed the baby from the other breast. And what happens is you have a natural let down reflex when you're breastfeeding, and usually that milk on the other breast just leaks into your bra. So instead of just letting it leak into your breast pad, this pump will collect that milk for you. And so that's an ounce, maybe 2 ounces of milk. It depends on how full you are, especially in the morning time. That won't go to waste. So no, it's not the hind milk. Just for anybody who knows, it's that initial milk. But hey, that's some milk that can add up, and then when you pump, when you mix it, it's all good. Plus, I feel like just say you need to buy yourself some time, like say, hey, give my baby some of that milk. Hey dad, you know, get the baby a bottle while I go take a shower right quick, because you really latch the baby the most. You can still use the milk from here just to tide her over or him over in between feedings. I keep saying her because I have a girl, but whatever you have. So those are some tips. That's just right off like the top of my head. I know this video was about her first doctor's visit, but since I'm home, this is what this is all I've really done today. That goes to show you how busy you really are when you have a new baby. And since those tips were on the top of my mind, I wanted to tell you guys right now before I forget that. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want you guys to know? I had company come over. I just relaxed, but I wanted to get back on here and let you guys know that her bilirubin was 1.8, so she does not have jaundice at all. And that was another reason why this visit today was so important, just to make sure she doesn't have jaundice, because it can peak. But like I said, she doesn't have jaundice. And just for those moms who are concerned or their kids are borderline, make sure you let them get sunlight. And with them being a newborn, the best thing you can do is maybe put their little crib, bassinet, rock and play, whatever you have, sitting next to a window and open the curtain and let that sunlight hit them. And that'll help kind of break some of those red blood cells down. And if you're making sure they're eating enough and having enough dirty diapers, that'll help their body clear it off. So that's why you're making sure they use the bathroom and how many times a day is so important when the doctors ask. So I suggest you guys keep a log of wet, dirty diapers and time that they ate, because it just gets confusing over 24 hours. Remember when you ate, let alone what time the baby ate. Of course, you should still be feeding on demand at this point, and if they haven't woken up within the last 34 hours, you should wake them up to feed them. Nursing moms, it probably be 2 to 3 hours for you guys, just because that milk is digested faster. um, Other than that, make sure you just watch out for any temperature or anything which she doesn't have and they shouldn't have at this stage, because their little immune systems are so fragile. So you want to make sure that if they have any increase in temperature, you bring them in as soon as possible. But that's all for today. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you guys can let me know in the comments below, of course. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe today's video. And I will be talking to you guys shortly again.